the virtual YouTuber from Malaysia. So for today, I'm going to play a Taste of the Past, a freeware visual novel. If you want to try out this game for yourselves, the Steam link is in the description. So without ado, let's start the game. We recommend finishing this game in one sitting. A playthrough will last around 30 minutes, okay? Well, ingredients, soy sauce, long life noodle. Yeah, it's quite a common dish that my mom cooks once per month. Ingredients: soy sauce, sesame oil, mushroom. Some of them are okay. Even the ingredient list is indistinguishable. The pages are weathered and torn, proof of generations of recipes passed down. My mom used to prop the recipe book on the kitchen counter as she made Biscuitian pancakes before class, hot pot for special occasions, raw noodles for my birthday, my first birthday without her. I begged for the recipe growing up, but she always reassured me that it was mom's secret. Her mom has passed away, I see. We used to make dumplings together every Sunday afternoon, dipping our fingertips into water to connect peel, the fresh smell of chives as the gyoza hit the hot oil. I can't remember the last time we cooked together. She eventually only put thought into her cooking for work potlucks, cooking for people who have never heard of chili black bean sauce. Black bean sauce? That's unusual because normally when it comes to black bean sauce, we don't put, at least in Chinese Malaysian dishes, when we use black bean sauce, we don't put chili on top of that. That never understand our love of youtiao, how we meticulously dip the dough into congee. I knew her less and less, hearing about her day through eavesdropping on phone calls. Of course, you are not there when I need you the most. Okay. She's sleeping. Okay. Wait. I can't believe I fell asleep. I bet I missed my stop. Where is everyone? Head to the right. Wait. Grandma? Honey, last time I saw you, you were just a couple of feet tall. I thought you'd be years before we met again. What's going on? I thought you were dead. Oh May, I'm sorry your mom left you too soon. You know about that? What is this place? I found her here. May, even though it's been so long since your great-grandma died, I still remember it clearly. I saw her everywhere. I kept reliving all those memories I had once forgotten. I understand how you must feel. Wait, Mom's here? Where can I find her? There's so much I need to tell her. You'll see her when you are ready. Why can't I see her now? Where is she? Mommy says you haven't been eating. You look thinner than I remember you. Why does any of that matter? She's gone and I'm talking to my dread. Emma, I have something I must tell you before you go. Are you going to tell me what's going on? Do you remember the first time you swam? When I was 6, I used to take you to the swimming pool every Friday after elementary school. You complained every time that your mom wasn't there, but she was cooking dinner for us. When you made it to the deep end for the first time, you made mapo tofu, your favorite at the time. She loves you. You haven't been here for the past few years. She wasn't there then and she's not here now. She has been there all of your life, even if you don't see it now. Yeah, it's very common thing about, how should I put it, when people, when your family members pass away, they will look after you in the afterlife. You know it's my birthday, right? Where is she for that? I know you must feel hurt, but she sacrificed so much to make sure you were kept moving to America, giving up her dreams. If you want to take one thing from her, is to love even when no one's watching. But how am I supposed to know she loves me if I don't see it? It's everywhere around you. Waking up early to take you to school, working extra shifts to pay for your art classes. She never passed down any of her recipes though. She didn't want you to worry about cooking, so you could focus on school. Take this list and go to the fridge. I promise your mom I'd give this to you. It's been a while, mate. I'm happy to see you again. Your grandmother hasn't been doing well since your mother joined us. It wasn't her time yet. Can you tell me what's going on? I'm sorry, but not yet. I never thought I'd get to talk to you again. You know, they say you have all the time to sleep when you are dead, but your grandma still wakes me up in the morning to share the latest family gossip. Sounds like her. So you live here, and grandma lives here too? I guess you could say that. How are you holding up? I can't stop thinking about mom. I can barely get up in the morning. Remembering her is a part of accepting that she's gone. You remember her when you hear her favorite song on the radio or when you set the table for dinner. But it'll also hit you when you see something beautiful and wish you could tell her. The truth is, you will never stop grieving her, but you will learn to celebrate her life by cherishing these memories. I still can't bring myself to delete her voicemails. I try to remake her food, but the only recipes I found are never as good as hers. Soon, you'll learn how to carry her with you properly. But for now, I want to know more about you. I haven't seen you since you finished middle school. How have you been? I think I talked about Mr. Liu. You remember him? Ah yes, your art teacher. He submitted my portrait of mom to the Mother's Day contest. It'll be my first Mother's Day without her. I'm sure she wishes she could see your painting. How is school? It's been awkward. Everyone in class already walks on eggshells around me. I got sent home from class last week for crying. Everyone asked me if I was okay. I was like, no, I'm just a kid and now my mom's dead. Then they started crying, so I started comforting them even though I'm the one with the dead mom. They were like, I can't imagine what I'd do if my mom died. But I don't have to imagine. I'm going to be reminded for the rest of my life that my mom's dead. Every holiday when I get married, when people ask what my parents do, Thanksgiving is coming up and I don't want to see everyone spending time with their parents. Even though mom and I don't even do anything for Thanksgiving. It's the fact that I'll know that can never be. And now I'm bitter about people who did nothing wrong to me besides be happy. Your feelings may not be necessarily right, but they are human. Your mom's passing is going to be painful and awkward and selfish. But that's okay, I promise you, you're holding up as any person would. And one day, your classmates are going to understand where you are coming from. Take care of yourself, man. We are all thinking of you. What's this? Recipe: noodles, mushrooms, scallions, sesame oil. Noodles, mushrooms, scallions, and sesame oil. Okay. Now let's go. Perhaps this is the train of afterlife, I think. Hi, have I met you before? You look familiar. May, is that you? Who are you? I haven't seen you since you were a baby. I am your great-grandmother. I think Mom showed me a picture of you once. Hopefully it was a flattened picture. How are you? I don't know. Have you had the funeral yet? It was last week. I took my sister to the mall to shop for a black dress, and it was weird. Like what I am supposed to say when the sales associate asks me, looking for anything in particular today? And it's not just that. Who's going to take me to 99 Ranch? Who's going to watch scary movies with me? Part of me doesn't want to be happy because that will mean I've accepted her death. But that's what your mom would want you to do, be happy. I reconnected with your mother here recently. All she talked about was you. You want to hear what she said? Sure. She said she could not be more proud of you. She told me about how your robotics club made it to finals, how only you paint your love for 80s music. She remembers all of these things about your life. That's how you know she loves you. I didn't know she felt that way. You'd think that if everyone goes through loss, that we'd learn a better way to cope. We have the stages of grief to guide us, but grief doesn't know it's supposed to be linear. I feel like I'm going through all 4 stages all at once. You can take all the time you need. I wish we had more time so I could get to know you better, but I should let you go. Hi, you must be my great-grandpa. You must be May. I need to ask, how's being a teenager in your time? Kind of terrible. Some things sounds like things haven't changed then. I'm sorry about your mother, but let's get your mind off it, okay? We can talk about something else. Anything you want to know about me? We were in the same high school and we passed notes to each other. We draw doodles poking fun at our teacher. When I moved away from the bar, we kept in touch through writing letters. I was always excited to see what sketches she had for me that week. She'd draw what my family was up to, and I'd draw the latest pranks of the soldiers pull on each other. Eventually, I came back from serving and I wrote her one last letter asking her to be my girlfriend. That's sweet. I haven't even had a boyfriend yet. I wouldn't worry about that. Really highlighted her looks. My turn to ask you, what makes you happy? Going on walks in the neighborhood with Mom, falling asleep to the sound of rain, listening to throwback songs in the car. That's good. The small things are always worth holding on to. I have to be honest with you. I had a complicated relationship with your great-great-grandparents. You'll meet them in the next train car. They are interesting people. It wasn't until they passed that I understood them. After my dad died, I had to pick up his stuff from my childhood house, and it was only then that I realized how similar we were. Navigating the familiar roads in my neighborhood, working to provide for my family, wondering what my purpose was. You're lucky you had this bond when your mom was living. Losing her isn't lucky. She was barely there when she was alive. You'll learn more about your mom as you grow older and you'll understand what I mean. The train is quite dirty. Before you go, why don't you wash your hands before you travel further? And don't to wash your hands. Okay. Is that... Hey kid, I heard you need a ticket to ride the train, huh? What? I'm just messing with you, just something us great uncles do. I'm still confused how this train works. Am I going deeper and deeper in time? Each card houses a generation, and you, my dear, have reached the best part of dream. I wouldn't take your great-grandparents too seriously though, especially your great-grandfather. He's been telling me the same story from the world for decades now. What is my purpose? What are these ingredients for? Shouldn't it be obvious from how everyone's talking to you? About Mom? She left something for all of us to give you. Why me though? Why not Dad? Because you are her daughter. From the day you were born, you became her world. Yeah, this is a common theme in East Asian household, even in Chinese Malaysian household. And I bet that some parents in Anglophone countries would feel that way, you know, dedicating all of their lives just for their children. Also because having kids means finally someone will laugh at your jokes. That doesn't last long though. Of course you are her world. That's not what we should be questioning. You should think about boys and school and whatever kids think about. Honestly, I was thinking about girls and skipping class at your age. I think great-grandma can hear you. Just kidding. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is your mom did everything she could to make you the person you are today. You don't have to live up who we want you to be. Our world is much more interesting if we can learn through yours. I wish Mom could see me now and tell me everything's going to be okay. There's still so much left for me to do and she can't guide me through any of it. What's left? Tell me, what do you have to do? I haven't even finished high school. I have to fall in love, get my heart broken, go through an emo phase, find myself, work at the bookstore down the street like I always dreamed of. I have to paint something greater than I've ever done before. One day you will do all of those things and will be here cheering you on. People told me I wouldn't be famous, but look, I'm in a video game. What the heck? Don't worry about it. Your mom told me to give you these noodles. You can boil them on the stove before you go. Select the right temperature. Okay. Now, yep. Is that? Hey mate, I'm Xia. It's an honor to meet you. Your grandmother told me that you are an artist. I like to hear about what art you do. I paint watercolor portraits. What have you done recently? I did a painting of Mom and Reem. She's the sun and I'm the moon. You can't have one without the other. I made it for Mother's Day. But Mark never thought to see it.
Stop the coffee! Billy, stop coffee! Hey, Billy, start morning shower.
You must really care for your mom then. I just wanted her to notice me. I'm starting to think she always did.
Thank you, Billy.
I don't know if anyone's told you, but I used to paint as well. I did traditional brush paintings of mountains and trees. Painting's the only time I feel like my old self. No one tells me how I'm supposed to feel. Have you ever written poetry on your paintings? That's what I used to do in my time. I sometimes use my own or use advice work. I only ever write in my journal. I'm not poetic or anything. I'll try now. Where the words have forgotten their meaning. The pages can no longer make us progress. Grief is a boat that burns. Every time someone tells me to move on, or pretends that they are, a boat with its spine thrown out that throws itself into fire without anyone caring. Grief is a boat that cannot take me to another world. Grief is love lasting to death where the daughter must face a mother's home where the ending is already dead. Are you sure this is your first time doing poetry? One more thing, your mother wants you to chop and fry these vegetables. Don't forget before you move on. The knife, chop the veggies, and the knife where you found it. Okay. Dog. I think that's mom. No, everyone's been talking about you. I'm Wang Shu. I mean, nice to meet you. I heard about your mom. It's going to be hard, but you need to take care of your sister. Your dad is busy with his job. She lost her mom too. She needs her older sister to be there for her. I know, but I'm barely holding on myself. Look, loss doesn't come easy. My mom died when I was 5. But your grandma made sure you could have a better life in America, and you shouldn't throw that away because your mom is gone. You need to take responsibility of your sister. I'm trying. It doesn't have to be much. Just make sure she had dinner and finish her homework. Do you understand? I guess. You are lucky you have food on the table. Back in my day, we could only eat meals like yours for New Year's. Just because you have gone to that doesn't mean I can't solve it too. You need to understand the value of work. Your dad has to pay for your art classes by himself now. Haven't you considered that? But mom put me in painting classes, and it's one of the only things that makes me happy. Listen, I just want what's best for you. Think about it, okay?
It's okay. Fell in the shower, looking for you, we found a good time.
We were supposed to be planning our future together, not giving each other space.
Hustle.
Real quick, call 911. No.
Call to twice about the date, but if you're using the house to check on them all the time, it's not giving them space, is it? I'm gonna look for
Okay.
the home.
That's something that's cool. My ex. Anybody can spot.
I'm just waiting for him to remember how much better things are when we're together.
Sleeping, huh? You sure know how to keep a lady waiting. Is this the last train? You could keep exploring, but no one else will know a thing about making noodles. You know how to make long noodles? You mean longevity? Noodles are the one who created the original recipe, but I'm missing one of the ingredients. All I know is that your mother told me to give you this. Wood ear mushroom. She remembered. African. Of course she did. She's your mom. The long noodles represent a long life. That's why you eat it on your birthday. This is your mother's final gift to you. A reminder of your Chinese heritage. You can get through this, May. Your mother told me you're a strong woman. People keep telling me that after she died, but I didn't do anything. I just begged the universe, my friends, whatever God there might be, that she would come back. I wish I knew right where Dad's favorite noodles are. I wish I knew how to celebrate my identity like how she did, knowing the right amount of sesame to add to wontons, navigating 99 ranch like my home, preserving my culture for the next generation. Not live in an empty house of people who forgot mom as she was, spirited and wise, who taught me how to hold a paintbrush. But you did do something. You are carrying on her heritage and taking care of yourself. That's what she would have wanted. What do you want to do now? I want to go home. I don't know why mom Mom brought me here. I'm thankful for your advice, but Dad probably wants me home soon. After you've mixed the noodles, you've done all that you need to do. There's a ball at the end of the train.
Why not give you a presentation? Maybe about something more futuristic.
Remember carefully.
Make their first incision. If the students nearest the head pick up the scalpel.
Hmm? So that's her mom, right?
Is that you?
Happy birthday, May.
I can't believe you're here. So much has happened ever since you left. I need you back.
You know I can't leave.
But why did it have to be so soon? Why couldn't you stay for my graduation or be there for my robotics final?
I wish I could have stood by you through all of those moments.
No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I never appreciated how you took extra shifts to put me through art class. I'm sorry I don't help Dad enough. I'll do anything for you back, please.
You don't have to be sorry for anything. Do you remember the first time I made you noodles? You're in the 3rd grade, so small and curious. The store ran out of bean sprouts, and you suggested put your mushrooms. From then on, that ingredient became our tradition. Our cultural heritage is shaped by these small moments. You've always been a part of that.
I'm everything I am today because of you. I never thanked you for making Conchi for me when I was sick, or for believing in my paintings.
Don't worry. Just knowing that I'll always be in your heart brings me peace.
Thank you, Mom, for everything. I wish we had dinner together one last time.
I'm sorry for leaving so soon.
You did more than enough for me. You were the greatest mom I could have asked for.
May, I want you to keep painting. Ask Dad to take you to that New Order concert. Live like you did before my passing, spirited and open.
I don't know if I can do that without you.
I'll always be with you. It looks like this is your stop. I love you. Always.
I love you too. Goodbye, Mom.
Seriously. Hey, maybe some college fund. You got your start therapy funds. There you go. I know what I'm getting. You guys made this.
A small spoonful of mixing to the center, then use your spoon to connect to the wrapper like this. But how do we add the soup? Some of the filling will become the soup. All we have to do is grab the rest of this and steam them. Want to try?
Look at this chart. I think he would want to be hospital, but he may say that you found medical Uber drivers or influence your account. I'm fine.
That's a pathetic.
Right. We're positive. That's what I want to do. Figure it out for ourselves. And figure it. Essentially, it's the first step. Can you try this one? Immediately.
That's perfect. I knew my girl was a fast learner. After dinner, can we go to the pool? Ask Grandma, she can take you. But I want you to go with me. I have to clean up after dinner. Please, pretty please. Okay, how about this? If you clean up with me, we can all go together. Yes, Grandma, Mommy said she can go to the pool with us today. Don't go so fast. We have to finish these dumplings first. When did you learn to make such yummy food? Your grandmother taught me. Who taught Grandma? Her mom taught her. One day, you teach your kids. May, I want to talk to you about school tomorrow. You are starting the 6th grade. Don't remind me. Middle school is going to be even more challenging, but I know you can get through it. I was looking through my stuff today when I found a card you wrote me when you were in 2nd grade. Your teacher had you all write letters for Mother's Day. You said you were lucky to have me as a mom, but really, I'm lucky to have you. I get to have a little girl who's the brightest person in every room. Us moms, we are always thinking about how we can raise our kids better. If our kids will be good people or smart. Am I a good person? Yes, except when you steal your sister's toy like you did with a stuffed koala. Hey, she stole my doll first. You asked the question, didn't you? Ray, don't forget how brightly you shine. You see the world with all this care, don't let that go. You really think so? Of course. I want you to know how much I love you. It's all. Dolls. Okay. Done. It should. Soy sauce. I think I'll go with 2 done. Veggies and toppings. Maybe some carrots. And some sesame seeds. Done.
I went to 99 Ranch the other day. My first time there without you. Did you feel emotional the first time you came to America? You must have been so excited to find an Asian supermarket and not just one exotic shelf in the grocery store. I walked past the aisles, the lychee jellies you used to buy me as a kid, the grandmas gossiping at the produce section. All those times I used to sneak Hello Panda in our shopping cart. I didn't know what brand you were known to buy. I tried to call you, but you couldn't answer. Then a lady came up to me. She grabbed your donut off the shelf and told her daughter, "This one is my favorite." And just like that, I knew you were watching over me. I don't know how things are going to change, but I'll keep painting. I'll help Dad take care of Amy. I'll take everything you've given me and continue to love our family. I'm hopeful for the future. And all it took was a taste of the past.
Potentially armed suspect. Did anyone get a good look at him?
Average build, probably a guy, probably white, definitely a man.
You got the footage out?
Right this way, Sergeant.
Stop it. Backing up a little. Dispatch, this is 727 on 3rd. I need an APD on a black sedan. California plate 3, John Robert Queen. I'm finding.
Man,
Alan Robinson.
What's up with houses? Nothing about that.
what an emotional journey.
Getaway driver. Just didn't know it. Do you have any way of putting up the passenger's name and address? It's on my phone. Hey, take off those cuffs.
Anyways, that's it for today's stream. Tomorrow I'm going to continue with Crimson Clover World Explosion on 9 PM UTC +8. It's almost time to try out the Novice Edition normal mode. Hopefully I can complete them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Don't move.
You're under arrest for bank robbery.
What? What'd you find?
Welcome to the future,